Yeah. Yeah, honestly, because music is like everyone loves it and
Mhm.
there's no way to like divide it up. So yeah,
Right.
that's amazing.
So kind of like with what Ivan said is, so like, what does music mean to you in a way?
Yeah. So music is interesting because it evolves, right? And the
Yeah.
music changes constantly. And every generation gets stuck sometimes in their own music, right? The music I grew up with in the 90s or in the 80s, that's the music I like to listen to. I don't necessarily want to listen to some of the newer stuff, but I do now because my audience loves that kind of music. So I'd
Right.
say the most current artist that I just like to listen to on my own is The Weeknd. I love The Weeknd, right?
Yeah.
But I might listen to somebody like Billie Eilish and go, I don't know, that doesn't really speak to me.
Yeah.
But what's really interesting about Billie Eilish, though, is me looking into her story and understanding where her music comes from, where her stories come from, make me appreciate her even more, right? Olivia Rodrigo just won the Grammy.
Yeah, she
I'm
did.
not really right. Now, I'm not into Olivia Rodrigo, but my audiences are,
Yeah.
right? So if I were to go to an event, I'm DJing at a high school event, and I start playing the music I like, I'm going to be booed off the stage.
Yeah.
So I stick to what is called musical empathy. What does that
Right.
mean? Empathizing with other people and knowing the music that they like.
Yeah.
And so taking requests and seeing how audiences and people react to music.
Yeah.
So if I start playing Good For You and everybody's freaking out,
Yeah.
I know I got a song. But
Yeah.
here's the great thing about music is generations help pass it on. Your
Yeah.
parents may have introduced you to music.
Yeah.
Kids are still enjoying music from the 70s and 80s, right? We're playing Don't Stop Believing. Do you love Don't Stop Believing? You know that song?
Yeah.
From the 80s, right? We're all singing along to it. Or Dancing
September.
Queen by ABBA. September, Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Yeah.
Very good. And that's the other thing is I got married on the 21st day of September. That is my wedding date based off of that song. Do
Wow.
you remember the 21st day of
Nice.
September, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's what music is about, is finding the right songs, the right jams to move an audience and to react.
Yeah. Absolutely. And like every single time someone has to make a compromise to like, give the audience the type of music they want to dance to. So yeah, that's amazing.
Right.
So obviously becoming a DJ, it takes a lot of work and you can find inspirations in your work. So what have been some of your inspirations, or even have a mentor that has trained you in the ways of becoming a DJ?
Yeah, there's so many different ways to go about it. Access to media is so easy now. People can go into YouTube and watch other DJs, and they can watch videos, they can see other people doing it. They can create their own music within their home. They have software, they have different ways to gather that music. But I think the most important thing that you can do is find a person who can mentor you, somebody that you can shadow. I think if somebody really wants to get into the DJ business, is start seeing the people doing or finding the people who are doing what you want to do. So if you want to be a club DJ, go to those clubs, seek out those people, befriend those people, lug their gear, do something with them. But I think what's really important is what's really great for people now, especially youth or people who are young, they can start doing it at home right now. But doing it alone might be a challenge.
Yeah.
And so finding somebody who can help you teach you how to do it. And the interesting thing about being a DJ is also running a business. Not a lot of people think, oh, there's business involved. You have to, if you want to make money doing it, then you have to create a business. And so that's another aspect of it. If you want a DJ just to have a little bit of fun, great, but you also need money to fund getting your equipment and things like that. So finding somebody who's already doing what you want to do is really important. And that's what was Elliot Hansen for me. DJ Elliot, look him up, wonderful DJ. We're still working together until this day. He DJ'd my wedding, I DJ'd his. We're going to work together in Anaheim for Star Wars Celebration. So we're going to be
Ooh.
down doing that. We've done New York Comic Con together, Chicago Comic Con together. He still lives in Orlando. I DJ for his company. He's come out and DJ'd for my company. But there's also DJs here in Utah that I work with all the time, and then DJs across the country that I collaborate with. And I'm able to do more because of the power of collaboration.
Yeah. So you said before that you worked at Disney and both Universal Studios. Has that like helped you in any way to like become who you are? Because you throw a lot of parties for the youth, and obviously at these parks, there's a lot of kids running around and have short attention
Yeah.
spans. So how's that helped you like find ways to like really entertain your audience?
Yeah, you're really going way back into my origin story. So when I met Elliot, he taught me interactive DJing, not how to spin, not how to blend, not how to take two vinyls and put it onto. He taught me how to engage an audience, and that's what's really important is when it comes to these type of family events and engaging an audience in that regard. And so that's what he taught me, is being able to entertain families. And so I got what I tell people is a MFE, a Masters of Family in Entertainment. And I was there in Orlando for 3 years. It's not a real degree, but it was a master class, and I learned that from Elliot. I would go down to downtown Disney, and we would do these 3-hour dance parties where people would walk by the stage, and we had to capture the audience. And we had to do constant dances, teach them the Macarena, do the cha-cha slide, but we'd also make up dances to a variety of songs, right? And I still do that till this day. I can hear a song. How can I do 4 dance moves, 4 counts, 4 dance moves, and let's get people involved with the song?
Yeah.
And that's really important to me. But the great thing about a lot of music in the last 10 years is you have songs that already have dance moves incorporated into it. You just have to open the door. Watch me whip, watch me nay, right? And so everybody's doing that along with you, and you just have to lead them. Gangnam Style, you can do a dance to. As silly as it may seem, I do a dance to Baby Shark. People roll their eyes sometimes, but kids still are like, okay, let's do some Baby Shark, right?